Yes, Father confirms your top Foxy Pink, the beauty highlight, your boy Chopper Viaman, the frying of plantain, chilling right here on the set of the Africa Today show. Confirm. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 rules for today's show. I want you to leave comments. You have to leave comments if you're watching this, so that way I know I'm not just talking to just air out there. Confirm. That's number 1. Number 2, if you're leaving a comment, do not tell me congratulations, Foxy P. Thank you so much for putting up an Africa Today show back to back. They don't congratulate you when you go to your office Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're supposed to be there. That's what you're supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing because I love you people from the beginning of the world. I'm back. So don't congratulate me for doing my basic job. Now you can say, Foxy P, that point that you made was very ginger. I like your energy. You can say all those kind of things. But do not congratulate me on the fact that we have Africa Today show back to back. Is what I was supposed to be doing for you. But let's start the show. Ginger.
Yes, Father confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of Viaman, the fryer of plantain. 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. First Igbo governor of Lagos State. But say yes, you can say yes, we fit. Yes, Father confirm.
Alright, now ladies and gentlemen, there's so many things that happen in Africa. Crazy. I don't know whether you're following the news coming out of none other than Uganda. Uganda is considered the pearl of Africa. It's right there on the east coast of Africa, bordered by Tanzania as well as Kenya. Confirmed. So 3 of them, they consider themselves brothers and sisters, but sometimes they'll be fighting some kind of things. If you look back in the history of Uganda, you will see that Idi Amin, one of the people that toppled him was when the Tanzania government helped them to fight. Confirmed. And then they deal with a lot of the same issues and everything else. You know, they are female. Confirmed. Very, very blessed. Those women that from the front, you can tell they have a bright future behind them. Confirmed. Ladies and gentlemen, their president came out. What did he say? This guy did not come out to say, you know what, from now on, I want you to make sure you're sending all your children to school. No, he didn't say that. This guy didn't come out and say, you know, from now on, men, you have to stop beating your wife. He didn't say that. He said he wants to ban the eating of human genitalia. Now, when I say that, people be thinking some otokoto kind of thing, like, you know, are you talking about cannibalism? Is it a situation where people are now harvesting somebody's vulva to go and cut up in small pieces and put inside microwave and cook? Is this something where women are chopping up somebody's testicle and then they're just sprinkling it with all kind of herbs and spices, you know, eating it like it's just like roasted meat suya? No, that's what I'm talking about. He said he wants to ban oral sex. And I don't want it to come from my own mouth to you push you hear the president saying it. Confirm.
Since Western societies do not appreciate politeness, let me take this opportunity to warn our people publicly about the wrong practices indulged in and promoted by some of the outsiders. One of them is what they call oral sex. The mouth is for eating. Okuria, cham. The mouth is for eating, not for sex. We know the address of sex. We know where sex is.
Of all the things in this world that this man wants to do, considering the fact that Uganda definitely, as one of the African countries, and we know African countries, we all suffer from the same thing. We suffer from mismanagement, we suffer from poverty, we suffer from malnutrition, we suffer from useless diseases that are killing our people. Of all the things that this man wants to stop, is something that actually brings small kind of satisfaction to his people or access. That's what this man wants to stop. Can you imagine what it means for you? Someone that has been the president of that country for 32 years, ladies and gentlemen, since 1986, this guy has been riding that thing heavy. Confirm. And then you now look at him and say, you know what, you people don't deserve no happiness no more. I want to ban it. Of which I may start to wonder. I say, why is it that only in Africa that you always see this authoritarian government where they want to stop the people from being able to live their life the way they want to? Confirm. Now don't get me wrong. The whole idea of laws is to make sure that you don't infringe on the rights of somebody else. What do I mean by that? They say you do not steal, do not kill, do not do all these things that can affect somebody else. But something that's happening inside of your own bedroom, two consenting adults. Think about it now. This one is not even about homosexuality where you can say, oh, there's a moral kind of thing. This husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, inside room. They now want to indulge. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm doing like this because we have PhD level. You know, we don't just lick with tongue again. We put our everything inside. We fetch the water. Confirm. Yeah, you do that so you can understand the baby DNA. Confirm, to make sure that whether you can have good children together. So that way, if the DNA does not mix, you know, there's a relationship. Oh Lord, you don't even understand where I'm coming from. There's a relationship right there. When you scoop that water like this, Omiobo, scoop that water like this, and once you drink it like this, it tell you right there, that's her own ancestors talking to your own ancestors, and they are connected, and they say, ah, oh boy, how far, long time no see, long time no see. How do you think they do it? All those ancestry.com, what are they checking for? Is the joining of that ancestry confirmed? That's why they call it ancestry.com. Yeah, so it's very, very important for you to indulge. You can see all these stressed out people that are moving around in this community. The main problem that people have is because they have to beg their wife, they have to beg their husband, darling, please now, darling, please. You know me, I just thank God for the way I was raised. Thank God for my own enlightenment, knowing fully well that there was never a day that anybody had to beg me or they're begging me for. It's my duty, it's what I'm supposed to be doing. I know what the new generation of African men come from. That's why sometimes I'll be laughing in Chinese when I be seeing all these young babies, they're talking about, oh, African men don't go down on you. I'm like, ah. And to speak for your men and the people in your church, confirm. Now, talking about this situation, it now hurt me so bad because for those of us that have PhD when it comes to dealing with those kind of things, for those of us that have PhD when it comes to pleasing the female body, confirm. There's different levels to this thing. I was dealing with one of my young babies back in the day, you know, and she was trying to play with me a little bit. You know how some of these girls just want to play with you a little bit. It's like Foxy P. I'm like, that's my name. I said, baby, please, I want you to do something real different from me. I said, anywhere you want to go, I'm going with you, confirm. She said, baby, I want us to switch things up. When you go down on me today, I want you to eat your favorite food. Now, I don't know whether this baby is one of those girls that came to America a long time ago. So she's thinking to herself that, favorite food, maybe I'll go and bring vanilla ice cream, maybe I'll bring some whipped cream, who knows, nobody know. But the fact is this, I'm a Nigerian man, I'm a traditional Nigerian man. So when she said, go and bring your favorite food, I just went into my fridge. I opened the fridge, as I reached my hand inside like this, what did I catch? My favorite food was inside, fish pepper soup. Brother, as I carried that fish pepper soup, when I top that woman like this, almost she shouts. Till today, she didn't answer my call. I'm wondering why. And if you're watching this, then text me back or confirm. But the point I'm trying to make is this: you have to indulge. It is your responsibility as a young man, young woman. You know what? Break the law. Uganda people, you have for hit me up. We'll start GoFundMe for you. If you can prove that you are arrested and you were sent to jail because you went down on your baby or your baby go down on you, confirm. Let me know. Now, talking about trying to control people, I'm getting the news from the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, that they put out a communique. They put out something out. They're talking about that they want all of their members, before marriage, you have to now go for genital examination. I was like, damn it. Genital examination. Now, don't get me wrong, there is precedence for this. We have seen situations where back in the day, whether it's the Catholic Church and different churches, they've always said, you know, before you marry anybody, go and do HIV test. It's very important because sometimes somebody can have something and now give it to you without knowing. But I was very, very concerned when they said genital inspection because I wasn't sure. Is this genital inspection, is it supposed to be an STD test? Because STD test really doesn't need any kind of genital inspection. All you need is just the blood. All you need is just something from the person's body. All my nurses that are on there, please tell us so we understand. What do people need to test? You understand what I'm saying? It's from blood right there. They can suck the blood. They can test it for anything in this world. Confirm. Even when herpes, confirm. Everything is very testable. So I was very surprised when it's like, genital inspection. What are you inspecting for? They say some people have secrets. Some people have secrets that don't get exposed till after the marriage. So my mind said, just flying and just jumping parachute. I'm trying to understand, what is it about the person's genital that you need to know? So I wrote it down for you people. So that way we won't deal from a position of lack of knowledge, confirm. So for the female, they're going to be inspecting your pelvic exam, confirm. They're going to look internal and external reproductive organ for sign of disease. They will also check your vagina and vulva. I didn't even know there was a difference. I thought two of them were the same thing. They said the vagina is inside, the vulva is outside, confirm. So it's like, oh, I see. It kind of makes sense. So it's coconut. You know, when you open coconut, the outside is brown, the inside is, okay. So the outside, the periphery, you know, the two pi, the circumference is the vulva, and then the vagina is the inside. So that's the pi squared, the area inside, confirm. They say you're going to check the cervix, they're going to check the ovaries, and then the most important female organ that I love so much, fallopian tube, confirm. Because some people are blessed, you know, whilst others are playing with the vulva and the vagina. Some people go all the way inside the fallopian tube. We thank God for His grace, confirm. So now, this is what threw me off. They're not checking for STDs. Of course, they're going to be checking for STDs if it's sensitive, but they're checking for all kinds of things. So, is the plan supposed to be that you want to make sure that these two people do not infect themselves before marriage? Or is the plan supposed to be whether this woman will be able to carry child? These are two different things, ladies and gentlemen. And at a certain point, we have to draw the line in terms of what does the church want from its people. Remember that the church, people's work is just to join people together so that way they can enter heaven. No, that's it. Salvation, that was it. There's nothing in the Bible where anybody, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Joseph of Arimathea, none of them ever said, let's go and be inspecting people's tolo. There's never a day. So I'm struggling to understand the purpose. Now you can make the argument and say there's certain things that we're dealing with today that back in those days in Galilee, they didn't have to deal with. Maybe back then, nobody had to deal with any kind of, disease like STD, confirm. Maybe people didn't even have to worry about HIV. Nobody was heaving up back in the day, confirm. They can tell me that, oh, gonorrhea, syphilis, staphylococcus. They never have to worry about that. But please, let me tell you something. If you look in the Bible, you can see so many women that were looking for Pekin. Barrenness was an issue. Infertility was an issue, both on the men's side and the women's side. So, how is it that now you now want to be inspecting, knowing fully well that what if that woman come out from that inspection and we find out that she has fibroid? What if they come out and they find out she doesn't even have one single ovary? Confirm. They say women are born how many thousand of ovary? Maybe 36,000. What if during the first couple of years of her menstruation she has already pushed everything out and now she has only 12? Then what? Is the man not going to marry her? At what point do we draw the line? Where do you say, you know what, this is no longer our business, it's no longer our problem, you know what, you don't have disease, go ahead and marry. And they're checking these women. I'm wondering, why do you care about these things? Why do you care about her ovaries? How do you care about the inflammation inside her fallopian tube? Why do you care about all these things? You know, to be honest, let me give you the truth too. If you are going all the way there, knowing fully whether you're going to a doctor to go and check these things, there's certain information that if you're coming out, I would like to find out, confirm. Can you let me know what the radius is? Yeah, let me understand. Please, if you need to go and use protractor and p-square, if you can calculate the circumference, please do that. The area pi r squared, I would like to know. The diameter is very, very important. How many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. These are the things I would like to know. What about the stinking? How is the scent? Is it scenting? How is the scenting? I want to know as well. You have to let me know, the difference between, on a scale of 1 to 10, you can tell me that scale of 1 being that, ooh, freshly picked flowers, and 10 being like a Subway sandwich you left in your car in a hot day in Houston, Texas. I want to know those things. What about the tasting? How is the tasting? Are you tasting some kind of Haagen-Dazs ice cream, or are you tasting a Wedu? These are the information that you can come out and you can tell me, confirm. And it's very important when you're coming out, as you're coming out with that record, you can come out with some of the scenting. All you have to do, go and bring one of those small feather that they used to give to put, they used to use and put cologne in all those more. That small paper like that. Yeah, if they can just put it, just dip inside the woman like litmus test, confirm. Just dip it inside and just do like this, and then just put inside the package. When she come out like this, baby, have you received your results? Bring it out. When she bring out the results, baby, you smell fine, confirm. And then you just do this. And just waka. This thing I just did is very very important for you to do, because I've told you many times women are attracted to men that already have wife or girlfriend. People don't understand why. There's all kind of miscommunication, misconception. People say, oh, it's because when you're with a woman, the woman help you dress nice, she take care of you, make sure you groom. You're not gonna walk out the door with booger in your nose so that girls will see and they'll be like, ooh, he look good, and then they come close. That's not the problem. The pheromones from another woman, they'll be hearing that scent, they're like, ooh, you're attractive. If you think I'm playing, go and try this thing. Go and climb. As you climb, finish like this. Don't do too much bathing. Just a light bathing. Just shower. No, don't use any soap, but just shower so that way you can take impurity off of you, but you still have some of that musk on you. Just wear your t-shirt, wear your jeans, and go club. See how many number you will collect. Confirm. There's something about it. So sometimes when I'm going outside, like I look like Mama G, I'm about to hit the road, and she'll be like, alright, now just make sure you take your keys so I don't have to wake up when you come back. I say no problem. And she just turn around to sleep. I just put my finger, just cover myself with all that blessing, confirm. Then also they want to look at the men. Ladies and gentlemen, they want to look at the man. What are they looking for in the man? It's very simple. I documented it for you right here. They said the man, they want to inspect you on your testicles, spermatic cord. They might have to look at your rectum and your anus. And if possible, this is the part that almost killed me, do prostate exam. Because I want to marry wife. Because I want to marry wife. You now have to come and give me prostate exam. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. It's good for you to go for prostate exam. But me, myself, I have been through that thing before. And it's one of the most painful, most terrible, most traumatic experience of my whole life. Confirm. That day, it's just a matter of something small that's just happening with me. I was like, you know what? Let me just go and get checked. I think I just turned 25 at the time. And, you know, my insurance company told me, like, yo, if you're getting up in age, whatever, you have to go and check. I know fully well the history in my family. I was like, you know, fuck it, let me go check. And that day I now went, I don't know whether you could do the same thing I do. Anytime I have to look for any kind of professional services, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's an accountant, whether it's a doctor, I always look for the Nigerian names or the African names. You know what I usually do? I'll go and look for the OL, so I can see all the Olas. And then AD, you can see all the Ades, and then the NW, so I can see all the Wankwas and the Wonsu and everything. I usually check that first before I pick, because I always want to give my money to my people. Because guess what? My side hustle, the comedy that I do, is none of my people that are giving me money. The name of my company is African Comedians. The name of my toy is African Prince of Comedy. Confirmed. The name of this show is Africa Today Show. So everything that I do, I always want to make sure that I'm putting money in my people's pockets. Confirm. Any kind of way I can do it. Confirm. So I found this guy. His name is Dr. Okpara. He's I think top 3 best urologist here in Baltimore. So I was really excited when I went to see him. I got there, I'm chilling with him. He's one of those people that came to America in the 1960s. You know, he has a very interesting background, kind of like me too. One of those guys that is Igbo, but I believe his mother is Yoruba and he grew up in Lagos. So we're talking, I think he went to St. Greg's back in the day, all that kind of stuff. So we're just relaxing, we're chilling and everything else. They said, what are you coming here for? And I explained to him, I was like, yo, I'm just a little bit concerned, you know, this whole prostate parole and everything else. He's like, alright, we can just do a simple exam. I'm like, alright, no P. Now this guy's about my height. So I'm like, how bad can he be? When the guy now raised his hand to put the glove on, see finger. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. How can you have the body of David and the finger of Goliath? I'm looking at this man, I'm like, no. It's that time I now understand when sometimes women will be like, oh no, let me, when you're off your boxer, they'll be like, no, baby, hold on, let me take a breather. Let me catch my breath. Good Lord. I see that man's finger, I'm like, daddy, which finger do you want to use? He said, this one. I said, big brother, use the small one. He said, no, I have to use this one. I said, use the small one. He said, no, this is the one that he has trained. I said, no, you have been doing this thing for almost 30 years. I believe this small finger has seen what the big finger has been doing since. You can just, you know, that is mental memory, you know, it's muscle memory. The muscle will have told each other. It's like, no, you have to use this finger. And as we're having a conversation, it's like, oh, you know what? Give me a second. He just hit his intercom, you know, this intercom that they call it, the receptionist. Oh, can you have Dr. Blah, blah come through? I'm like, alright. So, and that person I entered is a woman. And I said, I want you to meet, she's my daughter. She's doing her housemanship, blah, blah, blah. And housemanship, I think that's that training thing. And you know, she's serving me. She's about to be a urologist. She's already a urologist, and you know, she's just going through husbandry. I don't know what they call that thing that doctors be training. You put write it down in the comment section. I don't know these things. I'm an electrical engineer and I do IT security. I don't know these things. I just tell joke on the internet. It's confirmed. So, anyways, now say she's also a urologist, blah blah blah. Do you mind if she's here for this? I said, no problem, you know, as long as we keep this thing within the family, you know. I've met you today, you show me your daughter, let this thing not go outside that somebody took fingers on my hand, because it doesn't take much, especially in this day and age, for a black man to become ridiculed, you know, in terms of, say, homosexuality or whatever. You already know that I do a character called Philo that wears makeup on the internet. I'm wearing lipstick and doing all kinds of things. If you now join that one together with the fact that I let another man took finger inside my hand, she didn't even buy me one single drink. Not like he bought me a bottle of small stout. Not like he bought me Guinness or NSC. He didn't even take me out for dinner. Nothing else. I just bent down. The first day I met him, we just exchanged some small talk. In less than 30 minutes, his finger is in my hand. There's something wrong with that. So I was like, please, as long as we keep it. She said, oh, no problem, no problem, no problem. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, you know what, she's an apprentice. She's just going to be observing. When the guy was like, all right, you could go ahead and take your belt down or your pants down. As I just turned around like this, As I wanted to bend, I said, no, you have to move forward. You might want to hold on to something. I said, blood of God. Now, this man has been doing this for almost 32 years. So if you want to count it at least on average, he's putting his finger two a day. And he's working 5 days a week. Somebody that knows maths can do that times, but you're talking about at least 75 billion yash has put his finger inside. So for him to be telling me from a position of knowledge that my guy holds something, it means that he himself knows that what he's about to do to me is not something I can just deal with my own gravity. I need to hold on to something. It's a Newton law. You understand what I'm talking about? He said energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but be transferred from one form to the other. You understand what I'm talking about? He said this Newton's first law that he gave me confirmed. He said a body will either continue in its uniform state of rest or continue in perpetual motion. So he's telling me that motion is about to give me from that finger. It's going to take me from my state of inertia forward with my acceleration A. I said, why would you do me like this? Not only are we from Africa, we're from the same country, we're from the same tribe. Why do I have to hold on to something? It means you're coming with force. Can't you take the fact that I'm a smaller guy, I'm a petite man, knowing fully well this is my first time? You won't take it easy on me. Say, no, it's going to be over before you know it. I say, alright. I said, I just bend like that. I just hold the table. That's how you just put that glove. I just see it. Bah! Now, the first warning I should have known that something was wrong was the fact that as soon as I hear that, bah! Where his glove snap, knowing fully well that I has engaged his glove, I hear that, bah! In my mind, I'm like, maybe there's echo in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, little did I know that what he was about to give me was buy one, get one free. As he did that, bah, wearing his glove, his apprentice self has done, bah, wearing her own glove too. They want to now come and use me and do biology practical. They say, we're about to penetrate, we're about to feel the prostate. As this guy is doing this thing, ordinary to give me some kind of small talk, knowing fully well it's my first time, I'm a virgin. Instead of just encourage me, baby, how you doing? I hope everything is okay. You know, I'm just going to be gentle with you. None of that. We're about to penetrate into him to get to a feel for his prostate. Next thing the guy now turned to me. Yeah, so what do you say you do for a living? I said, I work in. All the saliva in my throat are dry. I work in IT. Oh, you're good with computer. They're easy. So, yes, I'm good with computer. He said, oh, you know, we'll be having problem with our wireless network. You can see, yeah, I'm definitely feeling the at that point in time. That's why I now feel like this thing that this guy is doing is not good. Don't be talking to me like we just met in Starbucks. When you are there, penetrating me in one of the worst way any man can do another man. Confirm. And not only are you doing it, you're using your long Goliath finger. Knowing fully well that when you pull out like this, your daughter is about to come and penetrate too. You are passing me on like a parcel of land that the father is passing to the Pekin. Is that right? As you as a Christian, and you're over there asking me what do I do for a living, when you're about to remove my living spirit out of me, confirm. So when the guy just did it, finished, he said it didn't take more than 15 seconds, but to me it was like 15 hours. As he just withdraw his finger like this, he said, yeah, go ahead and tell me what you feel. Now, this first person was a professional. This next person is apprentice. So of course, you know what apprentice always do now? She just come. Alright? Yeah, I'm an inch in, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. I say, auntie, this is not NASA. We're not about to shoot a spaceship into Mars. Go ahead and do this thing quick. And this thing that you have done for me like this, as the way you have treated me, somebody will do you also. If at the end of this experience, you don't give me ordinary coffee to drink, knowing fully well that this whole family, you have run a train on me, something is wrong. So that's how she finished what she's doing. You now say, okay, you can raise up your boxer. The shame that entered my body. The shame that entered my body. I was just so quiet. I felt like chicken that was beaten by 7-day Lagos rain. And meanwhile, these family members are still conversating within themselves. Oh, you decided not to go for his wedding? Why? It's gonna be fun. I'm going with your mom, yeah. She's like, no, I don't. I'm not sure if I want to go. They're wearing the different outfit. I never really got the ashrebi, so I'm not sure if I'm... Whereas I'm just thinking about my whole life. I'm rewinding all the way back to primary school. I'm thinking about my common entrance exam. Ugo si Ugo. I'm thinking about how I entered secondary school. I'm thinking about JSS 3, the transition from JSS 3 to SS1 when I started wearing trousers, when I became a man. And knowing fully well that these people have just removed man from me. So I wear my boxer back. They say they will let me know the result later on, but right now nothing feels like anything is amiss. I say, I understand how people feel. They say, how do I feel right now? I say, it's possible that my whole yash can fall out at any point in time. As I stepped out of the office, the secretary saw me. And she said, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Now I turned, thinking that she's about to give me tissue to wipe my tears. But instead, she wanted my credit card to swipe it for the insurance deductible. I said, auntie, if you don't want the devil to sweat for you this evening, near me. It's like, oh, we could just send you the bill to your house. I said, today I came to come and see one doctor. You didn't tell me that this thing was going to be a gangbang. That my deductible, collect it from that doctor. Came home. And that's at my house. I didn't even on the lights. Came upstairs. Ran myself a bath. I'm talking about poor people bath though. Where you just put hot water inside the bath. You now carry your soap. Now do Irish Spring. I'm a Niger boy. That's what we use. Do small bubble. And I sat down. Gingerly. Because like I said, it's my first time. Started thinking about my life. So this is what Redeemed Church want people to go through when they want to marry. This is the things that a husband must go through because he wants to marry a wife, just to show that his genitalia is in point. What does that do? How does that help? So ladies and gentlemen, I'll open the question to you guys. You are the ones that are going to answer this question for me. Let me know right now. Do you believe that the church is right to ask for couples that are about to get married to go and meet doctor to inspect their genitals to make sure that everything is in place? Knowing fully well, I'm not talking about disease testing. That's a different thing altogether. When you are inspecting genitals, that means you are now looking at what the person is working with. Confirm. You are now checking for things that ordinarily, if you are in a relationship, you should already have looked at. So we're guessing that the whole idea is that, oh, before marriage, do not fornicate. But you can touch. A lot of us are touch. I have been touched by ushers. So, moving that aside, what do you feel about this? How would you feel if you were about to get married to somebody and they told you, before we get married, we have to go to the doctor not only for STD testing but also for an inspection? Knowing fully well that ladies are going to come out to the rating. Ovary, pass or fail. Pelvic floor, pass or fail. Vulva, vagina, pass or fail. Knowing fully well that on the man's side, they're coming with testicle. I count one, I count two, twins. Oh, actually, one is bigger than the other. Biggie Smalls, they'll write it for you right there. Knowing fully well that they're going to be checking all kinds of things. How do you feel? Do you feel like it's the place of the church to do this? Because you know the next thing that's going to happen now, they will now establish their own law within that church, saying that if you don't go and do this thing, and you can't marry. Knowing fully well that there was a while ago where they started the whole thing where if you didn't go for counseling in the church, you can't marry. Knowing fully well that there was a while ago where they said if you didn't pay tithe in that particular church, you can't marry inside the church. So I want to hear you guys. You have to give me your opinion. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to read a letter. I already told you many times, please send me a letter, africatodayshow@gmail.com. Confirm. King J sent this letter, and that's what I'm going to call him. He said, Foxy P, hello, I'm a fan of yours from the Tout Kitchen days. I live in, well, I think I might just say I live in Kentucky. I was wondering how your dad and family were able to afford the cost of treatment. I get insurance through my job. I can only add dependents such as children, spouse, and even girlfriend. I can't add parents or siblings to my policy. None of my siblings have ever been to the US and they don't have a social security number. I'm sure you know how ridiculously expensive healthcare costs are out here. Kind regards. God bless you, King J. As you know what I went through this past year with my dad and everything else, you know, healthcare is one of those biggest costs. And as you said, rightfully so, a lot of companies, I think most companies, if not all companies, do not include, you know, parents and, you know, other relatives outside of your immediate family. Confirm. What you might be able to do is maybe you can claim that somebody is your domestic partner, you know, which means that you have to go and sign affidavit showing that you and that person are a domestic partner, which means that, you know, you're saying that you're gay for a period of time. I guess you might go back and be like, oh, I've changed my mind. Who knows? Nobody knows. But of course, they exclude parents. Now, what you might be able to do is this. You have some community kind of situation where, you know, there's community health programs that you can go to and be like, look, you know, this person needs healthcare, whatever. Once they ask you to bring ID, that's the end of it, confirmed. Because once they are able to prove that, you know, you're not a citizen, you're not a resident of that county or that city, knowing fully well that it's not you I'm talking about, King J, I'm talking about your parents now. Once they're able to show that, oh man, this person doesn't live here, that's why we use the taxpayers' money to not taking care of them. It doesn't make any sense. They won't do that for you. So another approach that I personally used was with asking people questions. Here in Maryland, it's a very, very small state, and I believe we have one of the highest density of Nigerians in any other state in America. You know, I think anything that will be close to us, maybe like Texas, but Texas is big, so I don't know if you're going to say that, maybe Houston itself. But here, I mean, where I live right now, I have 4 Redeemed churches. Now I have 5 Redeemed churches now that are within 10 minutes of my house, and 4 Nigerian restaurants and 3 African stores within 10 minutes of my house. Confirmed. This is an Uber ride of maybe like $7 to $10 right here. So we have a lot of Nigerians. So all I did was reach out to people and be like, yo, this is what's happening with this man. Alpha, you know, do you know any Nigerian that has this kind of expertise as a doctor in this thing? Some of them have their own practices, and knowing fully well that yes, they have certain things that they charge, maybe like for each visit, you know, they're charging the insurance company like $2,500, but the insurance company is only paying them maybe like $700, right? You as a Nigerian that's coming to pay straight cash, you might just be able to work something out with them where you're like, yo, let me just pay that $700, or they'll just give you an amount and you can just come and be getting your care from them. Now, where you would definitely meet any kind of expenses is when it comes to surgery, when it comes to hospital visits, all that kind of stuff. Without insurance, you won't be able to cover them. So it's definitely a struggle. You might be able to apply to some of the foundations out here, all that kind of stuff. You know, you have all them Bill and the Gates Foundation, all them little foundations out there that's helping people that have a specific illness. But if you're talking about the initial checkup, and I'm opening this up to everybody else out there too. If you know any way you can help this young man, put that in there. But one thing I do know is this: if you're watching this and your parents are coming to visit and they need dental care, eye care, whatever, don't go and pay big money out of pocket, knowing fully well they don't have insurance to just a random person. Find out within our community. Ask your pastors, ask your friends, ask your well-wishers, ask your ex-girlfriend that you gave belly to 6 years ago that you've not given $1 of child support. Pick up the phone and call her, and you know, like, pretend like you want to talk to the Peking. You know, but then ask her, yo, do you know any doctors, any Nigerian doctors, whatever? I'm sure if you reach out to them, either they themselves might have their own practice, and if they don't, they'll refer to somebody else who has that kind of practice. Confirm. That's what I've been able to do with dentist parole for my parents, high parole for my parents, and even the healthcare stuff, you know. And at the end of the day, it's still tax boys' pockets, you know, but anything we do for our parents, there's really no kind of expense we can spare. But that's what they talk whenever we end this show. Anything we know dying at Voltron, and when in doubt, remember, the ginger remains internal. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I appreciate you not dying. Man, I take care and God bless. Ginger.